Open me mail of G's. Red roses too. Download that for me and you. Okay. Not that one. What other image should I download? I should probably download that one. And then, what's this one? Is that different than this one? Zombie there, zombie there. Zombie everywhere. Do 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 do. Open Minecraft. Open my stream. Were we at level 30 yet? I don't think we were. We need to get to level 30 because if we're not there, we're close. And that needs to happen before we go out to any cave systems or anything. Because we need to get another Fortune 3 just in case, you know, death, loss. But I'm good at the game, so that won't happen. But just in case. Hey, Wolf, how are you? I just downloaded the 2 images from today's DND. Reflecting on some events. How are you? Doing pretty good. Alright, Minecraft is loading, guys. Give it a sec. It's trying its best. Yeah, I hope that all goes well. It is thinking. There we go. Alright. Let me get rid of the Teletubbies for you guys. Minecraft. Okay, great Teletubbies. I just love that I now have a Teletubby photo actually just added to my source. It's great. It's like, guys, take a second to contemplate which one will murder you first in your sleep. It's always a good conversation starter. Alright, what level am I? Oh, I am level 30. Oh, frick yeah. Okay. Alright, give me 3. Give me... Think tub. Yeah, no, I can absolutely think tub. I was trying to think of other tubs, and then Teletubbies popped into my mind, and then we got on that conversation. Alright. But yeah, how's everyone doing? How I definitely approach random people. I definitely talk to random people. Okay. It effing left. Screw you! Why did you change? Really, game? Really? Why? You know how to replace it? I do know how to replace it, yes. But it requires me to use my level. You'll pay for this game. Well, guys, we can have Unbreaking 1 for 1 level, or Unbreaking 1 for 2 level. Which one should we pick? We're too close. We got to do this, guys. Even if it requires us to go back and do it. As long as we don't lose like more than 5 levels, we're gonna do this now. And start strangling emote. We need one. I'm not sure if it would get approved. It took my cursing emote like 2 weeks to get approved, probably simply for the title, because it was called cursing. Hey Toaster, how are you? It turns out our Fortune 3 changed. It is no longer Fortune 3 on the thing, so time to cycle through. Oh, my friend's playing Fallout 4. Getting blown up in Helldivers, nice. I mean, that's cool, but... Name it funny emote. I was like, why is it taking so long? Like, the Calm Cucumber got approved, like, almost immediately, and I was like, oh, it could definitely be because of the title. She lost a Fortune 3, yeah. We're trying to get a second one just in case something happens, but nothing's gonna happen because I'm good at this game, and I've never lost a Fortune 3 pickaxe in my life. Ignore all evidence to the contrary. One of the few you weren't here. Maybe that's why I lost it. I didn't have Wolf whispering in my ear, leave, 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 turn away, run away. Guys, we could have Silk Touch for a level 3. This is such BS. We're at level 23 now. Screw you, game. Guys, in case you can't tell, I love... Just always be here for logic. I absolutely love enchanting tables. They're perfect. I'm glad they have 0 problems. Screw this, we're leaving. We're just not going to lose the Fortune 3. We're just not going to lose it. We're going to play the game good, and we're not going to lose it. With a magic book table. Mikey, treat for him to agree. Okay. Fortune 3, efficiency 4. What do I even have in there? Should I just throw magic book table? Gosh. Enchanting's such a pain. Okay. Got it. So, oh wait, Toaster. Did you see the pyramids yet? Have you seen what we are working towards? Okay. No, Toaster hasn't? Okay. Alright. What time of day is it? Is it night? It's daytime. Okay. Alright, let's go on to a hill so we can see the beauty. It's pyramid time. Gotta show off the creation. I was gonna back up more, but my friend put a giant pit here. Helldivers, so you need to Alt-Tab to type. All good, all good. These are the pyramids. Don't get back here. We have one of the best resources, hay. We have the hay pyramid. We have the copper pyramid. We have the redstone pyramid. And we are working on the 2 rarest pyramids that take forever to get, hence why we need Fortune 3, the gold and the diamond pyramid. And then I keep losing the Fortune 3. I'll play Helldivers. Also can't. Dive with me then. How much space do I have? Do I have food? I got food. How do I got armor? Yeah, this seems... We do have a sword. No. I considered netherite, and then I got 1 piece of netherite, and I was like, this is not happening. Diamond is as far as I'm willing to go. It is as far as I'm willing to go with this bit. Netherite would just be hell. Not to mention, I die so much in the nether. Yeah, we can't do netherite because it involves me going to the nether. And the casualty rate for any nether adventure is typically at least one casualty per visit. You die so much. I still need to make that yearly progress report for the Glowstone Mining Corporation. That's just a compilation of all the times I died going into the nether. So we can get a casualty ratio for our workers. Worker mortality ratio. 87%, it probably is something like that. I bet you for every time I went into the nether, it was probably 87% of the time that I would die at least once. So it'd be like 13% chance of me making it out without a death. That sounds about right. It's really bad. Because that's what we had to do because we got glowstone for the pyramids. And it was suffering. You can survive the nether. You'd be there 70% of the time to get your stuff back. Yeah, we'd have like 5 different. We'd have just 5 different deaths, and we'd have to go and try and track down one of the graves so we could get the other grave, so we could then get the map that led to the other grave, so we could get back to our. Oh no, Zod, what do you got? What I need to do is I need to put like, you can do like redeem that like once every 2 months or something. Skyrim again. No! If I did a netherite pyramid, guys, this is exactly what it would look like. This is wait, no, I don't have any blocks. One sec. I would explode. Where's the dirt? Recommend a cursed game or a hat time. Or a hat? A hat? That would take 10 Minecraft streams. I think we're underestimating. That would take way more than 10. Oh, you mean for the small pyramid? Yeah. Look at the pyramid, guys. Gotta include deaths, yeah. This would be the pyramid. You're now off of Helldivers. You can play Helldivers if you want. That would meet my expectations. Wait. What? Wait. Wait, is that the game you're recommending, Zod? Can you put Zod in time? Guys, what is this game? Why is everyone insist? Why are half of you guys saying, yeah, you should play that game, and the other half of you are saying no? What the heck is this game? One sec. Oh, you think Zod wanted? Oh, he was talking the netherite pyramid. Oh. The tiny nether. Guys, wait. What if on the top of the diamond pyramid, we just have one single block of netherite? Just one block of netherite. like that block of hay I have. Don't do it. We got other fish to fry, but sure. At some point, we can add, for your game suggestion, we will add a single netherite block just to piss off my friends. Shut it, you two. But it is not happening right now. Oh, frickin' zombies. I wasn't paying attention. But it would really piss off my friends. Like, we think that they would be mad with me having, like, 500 blocks of diamonds. Imagine their face if there was just a block of netherite at the top. That does mean back to the damn nether. Maybe I can convince one of my friends who is in on it to let me borrow some netherite from them. Okay, ow. You remember. What? That's cheating? I think I have 1 or 2 pieces of netherite. Gosh, we are not going back this stream though. But sure. In general though, I would like a game suggestion to probably actually be a game suggestion. But I enjoyed this one. So, sure. For keeping inventory in Minecraft. That friend has to go netherite whenever they play. Okay, where are we even going? I don't even know. I'm just running around. That sounds like a great idea to do at night, guys. I see no downsides to this. With my 23 levels, this is definitely kind of risks we should be taking. I do want to go out into the ocean at some point, but not with my netherite. Sorry, not with my fortune 3. Because I will die trying to get slow falling. I will die trying to get frick. I will die trying to get into sunken ships, and I love going into sunken ships. My favorite sunken ship was one that wasn't sunk. That one was fun to excavate. We excavated the entire thing. It was great. The ones that are sunk kind of suck. So I guess it's just a floating ship then. It's not a... It's a... beached ship? What do you call a ship that's still on land? Crashed? Beached. That's it. Okay. Give me the XP, please. And or wreckage. Okay, got it. Thank you. Alright. Here we go. Perfect. Nothing there. Got more coal. Always need more coal. That's why we named her Cat Coal. Alright. We're not going down. We drowned way too much. Of the day you go back to the nether. Yeah, me too. Hey! Who hit me? Who was it? Oh, it's the effing stingrays. Embrace the journey. Not gonna lie, the nether is the least fun I ever have in Minecraft. It is the most stressful. And I've had like a chain of deaths in caves that was like 15 long, and the nether was still more stressful. Skyrim would be so fun. Oh gosh. You guys should look forward to Skyrim. We'll get there eventually. Up next on the list, we're doing up next on the list, we're doing Fire Emblem, the sequel, Radiant Dawn. And we will probably have to listen to the video of me doing the voices multiple times while I get reacquainted with doing the voices. Why not Skyrim? It's not on the list yet. Plus, we're already in the middle of doing a giant RPG game. Okay, so Zod redeemed. Did Zod redeem Skyrim? I know they redeemed the horror game. And they redeemed Horizon, the Dino game. I think you're full of crud. I don't think Zod redeemed it. I think you're full of crud. And then, yeah, because this is the third redeem. And it's for a single netherite block. You did redeem Skyrim. Okay, fine. Frick, let me write this down. Guys, I need to put it so like you can do like one suggestion like every 6 months. Or our backlog is getting so long. The backlog is insane. Is that something I can do? Probably. Okay. Time to sub these. I did it when I was funny. I don't lie. Time. You mean enjoy? Honestly, the one on the list that we're probably going to be doing most soonest is going to be that horror game where we're just going to do like one stream of it, and then we'll never touch it again. Because the other ones are long story-based games. And I have other ones I'd like to do first. 1-2 hour stream. I mean, yeah, it'll definitely be a stream length. But the thing about the suggestions is if I'm not enjoying the game, I'm only gonna do it for like one stream. If I'm like really enjoying it or I've been told, hey, it gets a lot better like soon, then I'd be willing to put more time into it. But I promise that I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm really gonna enjoy this horror game. That's never going to happen. So you must enjoy Skyrim. Enjoy Dead Space. Hey Zod, why don't you switch the Panicor one to a Dagnaropa? Final Fantasy 14. The story only gets good after 14 hours. That's one of the MMORPG ones, right? I've never been into like MMOs. Okay, the standing simulator? that's what it's been reduced to. Skyrim is great and I'll stand by that. Or, hear me out. Zod, how about you recommend which DLC I need to get and play for Skyrim? How about that? All 3! Get special edition. Bruh! Okay. Alright, we need to find a new cave system, guys. Special edition is $20 if not less. Oh, okay. I was thinking like... Okay, that's not as bad. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I was thinking one of those, you know, $60 games. Like, I was like, hey, my friends love, Not Civilization. They love one of the Europa games, and I was like, oh, it's cool. How much is it? And it's like $100, and then they all have all the DLCs, which is like another like $75. And I'm like, guys, I would play this for like 5 effing minutes and give up. Like, this is not gonna happen. Oh no, I'm not stressing that much. No, I'm mostly joking. I'm totally down to play it. I'm just saying that it probably will just be one stream. But no, I'm totally down to play it. It is perfectly fine. Where you play as a rock? Is there a game like that? If so, someone please suggest it. But yeah, no, you're all good, Zod. So we'll keep Panic War on the list. I'm just saying that that'll definitely be the most recent one we play of the ones that have been recommended, because it's not quite as big of a huge time sink. I watched people dig the hole. Were there like moles at the bottom of the hole that like attacked you? Skyrim is now on the list. Yes, it is. Okay. Guys, we need to find another we need to find another cave. Okay. Let's see. Where are we going? Where could it be? How much food? Okay, we're good. We have 40 streaks, so that's fun. Nice. I love it when you have a good streak with a streamer and they do like a 10-minute stream. And you're like, I mean, now apparently like you can like join within like 24 hours to get it back up. And I submitted. You said fine. Okay, yeah, I think that was about it. It is on the list. Don't do that, I need this streak. Don't worry, the only time that would ever happen is whenever we do a Minecraft, but when I die, the stream ends. Which would be really funny to do at some point. It'd probably be the most anticlimactic death ever. Where you die intentionally. No, you can't die intentionally. It has to be on accident. Half an hour doing random stuff. Because yeah, I could just easily just die. Or jump off the thing. But that feels like cheating. Like that doesn't feel good. Like, I'm not trying to scam anybody out of... Like, I like to stick by my word. Okay. Why are you always eating rotten flesh? Because it's in my inventory. I'm not gonna waste. Still need food. Still need food. Or whatever it is the grounded character says. That's in the middle of nowhere. Put steak in your inventory. I mean, I have meats, but I want to save it for when I'm in a cave and actually like need health regen pretty fast. Whatnot. Okay, Ron's here, so we can start the D&D talk as we go over and search for another cave. Freaking Traveler's always here. Okay, so anyway, so D&D. We started with me getting back to the mansion that we need to try and barricade with the 2 health potions I got last time. And don't forget, 3 out of the 5 players were passed out on the ground, 0 health, couldn't do anything, and that's why I had gone out to get health potions. So for my first turn, I revived 2 of the players. and then they proceeded to help board things up, but then some zombies started coming through the window, so I decided to lead them on a goose chase and left the door and got their attention so that they would stop climbing through the window, because even though I brought them back, they only had 7 health each, which wasn't ideal when you still had 10 zombies trying to attack you. So I did that so they could continue boarding up, at which point if it was basketball, the trap would be obliterated. True. At which point, one came up and attacked me, which was rude. And then, also our Dragonborn still hidden in the cabinet, undetected, but had not played for 2 sessions. This was the 3rd session. They got revived at the end of this session. They had 3 sessions where they were just passed out in a closet. From Skyrim. Is it Dragon Blood? Ron, help me out here. What the frick is Rhea? Dragon Blood? Dragon something. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I started getting attacked, and then our sorcerer used Mage Hand and created a hand that then, because the Crombies are drawn to magic. So by doing Mage Hand, it attracted the attention of the Crombies, and took it away from me slightly. So I drew a hand, and it was just like a mitten. It was just like so they just dragged the hand everywhere to like, hey, follow the hand. So that was helpful. And then I went to go eat dinner because it family member's birthday. So I told them not to kill me. Well, I did that. Luckily, nobody killed me. With that being said, I came back and was surrounded by 4 more zombies because I was still trying to lead them on a goose chase. It was flipping the zombies off, true. But yeah, so I started running around, leading them on a goose chase, trying to still go into a couple more buildings in order to try and get more potions and resources and all that, while running away. And yeah, the zombies came, and I entered one house, and there was a zombie in front of me, and then there were 3 zombies behind me, and I was like, well, frick me. And then they attacked, and they hit, but they did low damage, so I was okay. And then I flew over the shoulder of the zombie that was in the building and directly out the window. That zombie sucked and was very oblivious and completely missed me when he grabbed over his shoulder. And I was like, haha, screw you, and then flipped him off as I flew through the window. Let's see. Our human child person was able to find 1 health potion and went and gave it to our Dragonborn at the very end of the session. And currently I'm basically out racing 4 Crombies who are after me, but I can basically do 90 moves. I can basically move 90 feet each turn if I use my dash, my bonus action, and my action. It's super fly. Yeah, I'm super fly, super fast. And as long as I don't enter a building that has a zombie, then I'll be able to continue outrunning them. And then at the same time, everyone else has continued boarding up all the windows with the resources I found while going through these buildings. So all 3 people who are down are now back up. We now have 0 health potions because we used them on everybody. So I'm trying to find at least 1 more health potion for, future encounters, because apparently we rolled low. We only got like 14 zombies. Apparently we could have rolled 40. We would not be alive if we had rolled 40 zombies. In fact, we were almost not alive when we rolled 14. There's still like 20 other buildings that haven't been explored. And once the encounter's over, we can no longer explore them. So frick it, I'm zooming through trying to get all this crud because dang knows we're gonna need it. We're so gonna need it. Okay. But yeah, no, the past 3 sessions has been running around trying to survive while all the different players are being taken out. So the past 3 sessions have been the exact same encounter. Granted, last session was only an hour because of D&D. So, sorry, last session was only an hour because IU was playing football. Oh, when I brought back our sorcerer, apparently she had the magic leached out of her because the zombies are drawn and the crombies like draw magic into them. And so she came back, but she's like muted in colors. So like not quite sure what's going on with that. I'm sure it's fine. But like the color ain't coming back. Something's changed. Frick if I know. It's slightly concerning though. And I'm also still not sure I trust our other rogue because they've been very wishy-washy on their backstory. And I don't trust it. I'm not saying they had something to do with starting the zombie apocalypse, but I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying that something has changed within her. Like, television or the sorcerer, she's a conspiracy theorist who's just looking for a husband. Like, okay, yeah, maybe she's like partial vampire now or something. Magic grew 3 sizes that day, so true. But like that's okay. I don't know with the rogue. Like, I mean, my character's an open book. She collects the big right toes of the Crombies and adds them to her necklace in revenge for her grandmother who was murdered at the start of the zombie apocalypse, when one zombie burst into the apartment and bit off Grandma's toe. So she now takes them as vengeance and puts them on her necklace, as normal people do. After she was kicked out of the fairy realm by her family due to the fact that in magic school she continued to stab things. Oh, and for Toaster, in case you were unaware, my character's name is Tabitha. She is also known as Stabitha and Stabby. She pretty much just gets called Stabitha. But yeah, she got kicked into the mortal plane for not using magic in magic class. And for pretty much just using melee. Is that why her name is Tabitha? I'm gonna be honest, when I came up with it, I didn't think of the nickname. I was just like, the chat did help character creation. It was Kyle's idea, I believe, to have a toe necklace. Because I wanted something to like make them like a bit odd. What the frick is this generation? Oh, also, a toaster. I have a box. When we first entered into the tavern, there was a box, and I wanted to sneak up into the tavern with hiding in the box and pull a Metal Gear. So I was gonna sneak up to the top of the tavern and basically say UPS delivery from inside the box, and then pop out and surprise the zombies. Sadly, that did not work, but I did get a box, and they destroyed the box. So I went downstairs again while everyone was fighting and got another box. And then I kept that box with me for a while, and then I rolled really high when, at one point when I was searching for items, and rolled like a nat 20, so I got a special box that now adds +1 sneak. So I literally have a Metal Gear box that every time I wear is +1 sneak. and I never take it off, so I'm always just in a box. It's great. So like, when my fairy, when I'm talking about like my fairy like flipping people off, she's in a box. She's in a box flipping people off. Nobody can see it. When she is threatening people with her knife, she is threatening them from underneath the box. I love this character so much. Me too. Me too. I hope this compared to my last character, she has so much more personality, but that's to be expected. I mean, my last one was my first campaign I've been a part of. So I just went with the generic, you know, oh, was evil, has amnesia, and now good type trope. Whereas this one, I was like, But, you know, chat absolutely helped with that. But yeah, none of us thought to add a healer to our group. None of us thought to add a healer. We have the human who's basically a Girl Scout. Who can... She's so great. You play D&D again? What class do you typically play as? Both my characters have been rogues. I really enjoy sneaking, which is funny because in real life and in games, I can't do it whatsoever. But if you give me a... But when you have a one in, you know, it's all luck based in regards to rolling the dice. So like I have a chance to be good at sneaking, and I enjoy that. To general melee. Nice. Let's see. There's nothing here. Why is this such a weird... Why is there a torch down there? Oh, I thought that was a diamond. I got excited for a second. Screw you. I changed to play most classes. Been interested in it. It's a lot of fun. It's chaotic at times. I will say last session was probably the most stressed I've ever been playing D&D. But that was also because 3 of our 5 party members were downed, and it was just me and the kid. The kid only had 8 health, and we were surrounded by like 11 zombies and separated. So pretty honest reasons for being concerned. And we didn't have healing potions, so we were trying to run around without getting killed to get back to the people. Let's see. Hole. Danger? Is it a danger hole? Is it a... One sec. We'll get back. I'm gonna see if I can recount the majority. Oh, frick off! If I can give like a quick summary of what has happened, because my character's character development I think has been pretty good. In case it wasn't clear, she is very much chaotic neutral. You know that meme of like the squirrel with coffee and someone said, "Dear God, who gave him coffee?" That's pretty much my character. But with more violent tendencies. The mindset of being a different person. Ah. That's fair. I just play D&D like I play like I do when like I play games when I get in the chaotic mood. But sometimes I'll be like, is that a decision I would make, or is that a decision she would make? And sometimes the answer is, nah, she wouldn't do that, man. Yeah, my ADHD, hyperactive, like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? It's really, really easy to portray with Stabitha. the frick? Where'd you guys all come from? Alright, focus. Oh my god. What is going on? Oh, eat, eat, eat. Make it to a semi-safe spot, and then I'll give what I remember a quick run through. I made my own private playlist of all the D&D streams, so I could try and organize them to get to recount what was going on. Honestly, AI overviews are like pretty stupid for videos, but honestly, it's kind of helpful if it's like, oh yeah, D&D was mentioned at this point. It's like, okay. But also some of the questions, it goes, some of the questions are like, do you want to know why does Stabitha stab things? And some of the questions are just, well, in that same one, there was one that popped up, why shouldn't you eat bagged popcorn? And it just made me laugh because of how random the topic changes are. Stabby, yeah, exactly. What do you mean? Why not stab? Gold! Oh, frick me! Potato. It is a very fun campaign. Bearer of Worlds, who's in chat, he is our DM. It's literally, the entire group is just all of the trumpet. It's just our friend group of trumpets from marching band in college, plus one person and significant others. Is a question asked by those unwise to the world. Exactly. Oh, effing baby zombie. No. Murder. Murder. Die. Drown. F off. Leave me alone, child. Okay. What the frick are you even blocked with? Okay. Add baby zombie to the game. I would be so upset. You'd have to shield Bessie's eyes as I went ham and just murdered this child. Okay, because yeah, if we're talking about, where's the gold? There it is. Okay, if we're talking about the characters, who we have is Stabitha, who is a fairy. Who we already talked about her backstory. You know, got kicked out of her family, disowned for enjoying stabbing things too much and not using her magic in like schools and stuff. And then found a person who she knows as grandma when she came into the Earth Tree plane, and then, you know, zombie apocalypse started. Then we have Hestia, who's the Dragonborn, who's like a blacksmith. I don't remember what the frick they said they were doing when the apocalypse started. And then we have Bessie, who's a 10-year-old child who was on their way home from school when the zombie apocalypse broke out. Gold. Yes. And they are also a Girl Scout, so they know like some basic like stabilization techniques and stuff. They are human, and they basically just want to try and get back to their house to see if their parents are alive. Is their driving force. She melts the ore with her dragon breath and hammers on anvils. She's attached to a metal pole to the... She did use one of the resources to attach a metal pole to the hammer. That is true. She did use one of the resources for that. But yeah. Recipe for some serious trauma. Yeah. We're all working together. We're slowly making our way across. And then we have television. This is not one word. Tele and then vision, who is a conspiracy theorist whose husband was taken by the guard a couple weeks ago, and her goal is to try and find them. She is the sorcerer. But yeah, she also has a very deep southern accent. It's great. Okay. And then, who the frick is our last one? I know who it is. It's Ash. Silas. We have Silas, who is a rogue, who, if I remember correctly, her surname is Novella. Oh, wait, so her... Bessie's or television? Oh, maiden name. Okay, so her first name is just television. But I'm gonna be honest, I know that she worked, I know Silas worked something in some science section security thing, and that's all I know. She's really a closed book. And it is slightly suspicious, granted that we were trying to figure out what started the zombie apocalypse, and she seems to have some insider information that we are not privy to. So basically, the entire group is a 10-year-old human child, a conspiracy theorist sorcerer, 2 rogues, one of whom is super mysterious and might be somehow informed about what is going on, and the other who stabs people and takes Toes' revenge while flying around in a box. And then we have a Dragonborn who can make stuff and breathe fire and has a giant anvil. In nowhere, 2 rogues, 2 fighters, 1 sorcerer. That's it. Yeah, the fighter type. Yep, the humans. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, because Dragonborn is the race. It's not the class. Yeah, no, we have 2 fighters. 2 fighters, 2 rogues, and 1 sorcerer. You know what's missing? Healing! We don't have any healers. Which... we are so relying on television. We are 100% relying on television to get some healing spells when she levels up. When everybody's dead to the zombies. You know, who would have thought it would be necessary to have a healer in the middle of a zombie apocalypse? Certainly not us. We didn't think about that. We didn't think about that at all. Not till we got into a scuffle and it's like... a bit broken in this campaign. True. Yeah, that probably would be a bit broken. It'd be like, oh, you can just communicate with them. There's so many zombies. Give this gold over there. Is there... Guys, I don't like this area. This is dangerous. Okay. Okay, repels undead and possibly destroys them. I feel like Ron wouldn't have allowed us to play it like that. I feel like that would break the campaign a bit too much. Same reason why, like, I can't just fly up super high because of anti-aircraft missiles. Drive deeper into the undead city sooner, leading to more dangerous stuff that might not be balanced for. We're still in level 1 and we're not balanced for this. I hope when we're done with this encounter we level up. I really do. I need to go ahead and get the Trickster subclass so I can start actually doing stuff. And if we're actually going to go deeper, we need more health. We are woefully underprepared. No, we're level 2. We're level 2. But it's still it's still very low given the current situation. Okay. Or the previous campaign I did in 2020, I think we only ever got to level 3. Okay. Don't want to go that way. Oh, I see you, fudgers. Instill a fear of God into your players. True. Let me get to an area that I'm not going to get shot down. And then I will start recanting what I recall of our... What edition you guys playing? 5E, Ron? Right? That through grit and luck. We certainly had a lot of that. Wait, I just used all my sticks. That means we can't... Frick. Okay. Ooh, gold. It's a good thing I don't get distracted. All right. Okay. Where was it? Do you want to see where it went? Oh, Ron, I want to let you know, I did make a playlist for the D&D things. At some point, I want to make a compilation that's just my version of what's happened during the campaign. So if you ever want a very biased summary, I'll let you know whenever that's I think it'd be like a good, like, mostly retelling from only a slightly biased perspective. Especially once you get spells and abilities, yeah. Well, I'm definitely doing the Trickster subclass. It is superior. Like right now, only 2 of us actually have ability to do magic, and mine's just cantrips. Arcane Trickster Road, yep, that one. My character pretty much already changes sizes just because based on descriptions, like, oh, she fits in the box. Oh, she's a bit bigger than the box. Oh, we put her in our pocket. She already changes sizes. So to actually have the ability to, like, change size would be great. Instead of just being like, yeah, sure. Oh, wait, what's that? Ah! Water, 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 up, 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 up. Okay. You were laughing so much when only one person was a spellcaster. Yeah. That's also partially why, because I'll eventually unlock a couple of spell slots. And gosh knows we could use them. With telepathic and telekinetic feats. Prevent me from breaking encounters. Yeah, my flying abilities posed a little bit of a thing. But basically, they have anti-aircraft missiles, which if you go above a certain height, which, to be clear, doesn't make sense because this is medieval, so I guess they're anti-aircraft cannons. The Crombies. 1 sec, I need to grab my phone charger. Plug in my phone. Oh, phone fell down. Have most roofs and don't have to roll to climb anything. Oh yeah, no, it's still very helpful. It is very helpful. I'm just saying, like, I can't like fly up like to the top of the gate and leave because I did inquire about that. All right. Allows your mage hand to be invisible. Push as a bonus action. How the frick do you get telepathy in D&D? Only feat I got is the ability to now understand and read magic texts. Okay, where are we going? How high are we? We're still pretty high. Do I want to go that way? Not really, but I think we need to. Jump! That's source book you're using? Oh, okay. No, buzz off. Nope. I hate all of you. Okay. Hey, stop it. Die! No, my meats! Okay. Alright, here we go. Oh, there's just nothing. Okay. Oh, sure. Die pretty quick. Dry cream creation bar named Clickly. Clicky. I like that name. Okay. There we go. Got that. Iron. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I feel like it's a really bad idea for me to go back down there. Can I be honest? I don't think it's a good idea. But what if it's a pretty good bad idea? That's a valid point. That's a valid point. Screw it, I'm not a coward unless I die and then have to walk all the way back over here and, frick, it's a really bad idea. Anyway, we're gonna do it. I need wood, is what I need. If we could find a mine shaft down here, that would be great, honestly. I will read that momentarily. When I am in a spot that is safe. Die! Nope, that's gonna break it. It's gonna break it. It's gonna break it. It's gonna break. Okay. Okay. What's the light over there? Where's that come from? Anytime I see a long paragraph, I'm like, we'll get there eventually. Eventually. Ooh, gold. Have at ye, fudgers. Okay. There we go. Here. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. Got it. Up here. Oh, that's a lot of zombies. That's a lot of zombies. What's in here? One sec. Oh. What's over here? All right, let me read that. He was raised in bars, and his entire goal in life was to learn and spread drinking songs across the world and sing them all telepathically. So you're forced to listen even if you don't want to. This is how you found the telekinetic feat. Of all the people to learn telekinetic feat, it definitely should be the person who tries to get songs stuck in your head. Okay. Alright. Die. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Die! Thank you. Frick. Made your curry too spicy? Oof. For me, curry with any spice to be too spicy. I am not a spice person. Used to have severe acid reflux, so since then, never got back on the spice train. By back, I mean I was never really on it, but yeah, can't tolerate them, don't like them. I am very plain in my food tastes. Okay. Your brother does? Yeah, I thought it's gonna break. Some spicy food. I once had Takis and almost died. It was bad. I was like, ah. I made the mistake of getting, when we went to New York for marching band in high school, we stopped by a mall in New Jersey, and we were getting food, and we waited till like the last second to get food because, you know, we were shopping and walking around. And so my friends went to go get Bojangles at the food court, where I was like, you know what? I've never been to Popeyes, and look, they have shrimp. I didn't know that it was going to be spicy. And by the time we got the food, we were 10 minutes late to return to the bus. So we were dead sprinting through this New Jersey mall after I decided to eat like 2 of the shrimp. So I was dying internally. And we sprinted through the second floor of the mall, down the stairs, all the way back through to get to the entrance where our band director sat Sorry, where a band director stood. One sec, I can't do the motions while I'm trying not to die. Where a band director stood, going, "Continue on, come on, keep going, keep going, keep going." Just like right by the exit. And I got there and I was just dying. Not only because, we just sprinted through the mall, but because I just sprinted through the mall after having spicy food and I felt like I was going to puke. I got on the bus, I was like, does anyone want this effing shrimp? I do not want this shrimp. I do not want this shrimp. But one of the people who I was with, as we were sprinting through, we probably looked like we robbed a place. We probably looked like we robbed something because we're sprinting through with Bojangles in our hands, just dead sprinting through the mall. And one of the people I was with goes, "On your left," because it was a year or two after like Captain America. Just goes, "On your left," to a lady who's just, what the frick is going on? Oh, fun times. It was also the one where I flooded the bathroom because I was waiting for the water to get hot and didn't realize it was slightly pointed outside the shower stall. Because I don't know, I'm sorry I didn't figure that the shower head wasn't going to be pointing inside the shower. How the frick was I supposed to know that? How was I supposed to guess that? So I go back in there a second later and I'm like, guys, the bathroom's flooded. So one of my friends, projectiles. So one of my friends opens the door to the hotel room and you just hear them yelling down the hallway. "Does anyone have any towels? Emma flooded the bathroom." That was just like. I was like, to be clear, guys, it wasn't like I flooded the damn toilet. It was because someone had the shower head pointed slightly outside. What a life. So true. I mean, you guys still don't even get some of the best stories. Ron, you know the best story of my best feat in the photo that will always be shown. That will not be shown to chat until I somehow get to 500 followers, and then you guys get that because it is way too important of a photo to share at this point. Like, it has to be earned in order for you guys to insult me with this joke. Just to see that stupid picture. I love that photo. I want it shown at my wedding. I want it shown at my funeral. It's a great conversation starter. I've started many a conversation with it. Anytime I say something and they go, "No, you can't do that. Remember when you did this?" What do you have? 230, I think. Jeez, oh frickin' P, Ron. Ron! But yeah, it'll be a bit, but it'll be worth it, I promise. 250, we play Backrooms with Ron and friends. Wolf, you want to delete that one? You don't need to time him out. But you want to delete that one? You want that one on there? That lag is giving me so much time to react. Thanks, Wolf. I know. My reaction times are real slow, so I do appreciate it. Okay. But Ron, you know the photo I'm talking about, right? Okay. Where the frick was the gold? I just saw gold. There it is. Okay. There we go. But yeah, we will be playing Backrooms whenever I get to 250. Which they want to play in VR mode. You do know the photo? Perfect. Okay. I figured you did. Okay. We don't have any more wood. We can't do anything with that. That's great. I didn't really want it anyway. It's fine. I don't care. He must wait. Yeah. Ron, go on Discord and post it. I'm sure he has it saved. Most of my friends have it saved somewhere. Most of my friends have it saved somewhere. In fact, one of my friends is a therapist, and he was talking to one of his clients, and he texted me saying, "Hey, can I have the photo?" And I said, "Sure, why?" They said, "I was just showing one my client something." Okay, frick. Why is the game in slow-mo? I appreciate the lag. I am problematic, but I ain't a snitch. Oh, you effing child, die! You cannot be misogynistic or racist in chat, but apparently if you talk about murdering a child, Automod's fine with it. Oh, frick me! Now, why is Automod okay with that, whereas if you say crazy lady, it blocks you from misogynism? These are all very good questions. These are very good questions. I don't know. Automod is set the exact same for all categories. It makes no sense. Good thing I'm hot, so let's go. Nope, don't shoot me. I'm unarmed. Gold! On mini games. What games? Oh, chest! Why is there a hole? Okay, fine. Oh, frick me! Hide in the corner. Go in the corner. Go, 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 go. Oh, that's not very nice. In Skyrim! Okay. Idea. Game where Shao was killable. I downloaded a mod and forced her to work in the mines. Damn mod packs. When games don't let you kill the kids. Very few times have I ever... I don't think I've ever killed a kid in games other than Minecraft. Minecraft is the one exception. Even when I committed the great massacre of... the great lab massacre in Fallout 4, I still didn't kill the kids. Always make them report to crime news. And then I found out later apparently I couldn't kill the kids. But I didn't even know that because I didn't try. Because I'm not a monster. Oh! Thank you for the thank you for the 12 months, Falcon. Thank you very much. I think you might be the first 1 year. I think you might be the first 1 year. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Frick, that means I need to go add more colors to the thing. Hoosier. Toaster. 12 months, you know what that means? No, what, Wolf? What? Not Wolf. What, Ron? Just want to be sure. Yeah. My name is Emma, but I go by Hoosier. But, you know, if I'm playing games with friends and stuff, they'll call me by my name because it's just dumb to have them call me something else. But yeah, I appreciate you asking. All right, let's see. All right, no. I can't see crud. Go by her last name, Smeagol. Ron, you doxed me. Ron, what the frick? How could you do that? Effing child. Next, you're gonna tell me my address is 1240 Wallaby Way. That's definitely not what the numbers were. If anyone actually knows, Finding Nemo, if they can correct that quote. Trust me, I would look a lot more horrified if someone actually doxed my last name on stream. Was it 1240 Wallaby Way? Yeah, that would be bad. Smeagol. Emma Smeagol. Screw this. Okay. I can't see a thing. This is fine. I can't see a thing. This is fine. Okay. Nope. Buzz off. Does anyone see the spawner? Okay. Smeagol. Okay. We're gonna, nope. Block it. Block it. Oh, Ghost Honey, you changed colors. Okay, yeah, but Wolf, you noticed immediately as well. Because I changed it. I mean, that's a valid reason. Oh, F off. F off. Okay, fine. Too many red names. We do have a decent amount of red names. Wait. You were with another red guy earlier? And you're like, no. Only me. Blue surprisingly isn't common. Yeah, I think I see the fewest, like, blue, cyan, the cyan blues, and the, pink. I think are the least common ones that I've seen. Okay. Cyan isn't blue, it's cyan. Oh yeah, you were originally pink, I forgot about that. And then we had another person who was pink, who was here for Subnautica. Play Resident Evil. Is that the one with the evil baby? Look, I'm turning off the light for a second so I can see. We don't have any torches, okay? Okay, we're in. Okay, we're in. We can turn the light back on. That's not even accurate, Ron. That's not even... I cast Evil Beam. Yeah, sure. You can delete it for the sake of deleting. We're kind of good as well. See, that was a funny comment. Ron has the most deleted messages. That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think most deleted messages are from people testing out Automod at my behest, at my request. I feel like Ron definitely has the most that were deleted for being inappropriate and me not asking for someone to test something. Nether is up there? Oh, Nether is up there, yeah. Yeah, Nether's, yeah. Nether's pretty high. Nether, I hardly know her. He is inconsistent. He never got less than 100% on anything. Oh, zombie. Phil, okay. Got that? Alright, and there we go. Okay, got that. Okay, we're in. Mother trucker, there's nothing in... Not even wood. There's nothing. How's Mikey has been talking about? He is good. He is currently spread out, asleep, on his pillow, on the bed, under my comforter. Sorry, on top of my comforter, under his blanket. So he's doing good. Okay, wait, we need to get out of here now. Get out of this place. Ah! Okay. What the frick? Okay. Want to see the comfy boy? It's good enough. Yeah, sure. One sec. Right there. Like I said, he's sleepy. He dug into all the sheets to make him comfy. EP boy, yeah, very tired. Right. Sometimes he'd be like on top of my pillow, and it's like I don't want to rotate my camera that far. I'm clean. My bathroom's now clean. I had an ADHD cleaning spree, which happens very occasionally. But I'm trying to fix my drawer. It's been broken for months. It's just been sitting on the ground because it needed the slide part of the drawer broke off, and it took wood with it. So I needed to go and get wood filler And now I got that done, so I just need to sand it down and then nail, actually attach the slider, and then maybe I can actually have room to open my closet. That's because there won't be a drawer standing directly in front of it. Wait, there's a cat stuck? There's a sleepy kitty in your lap? Yeah, you're not allowed to move. We don't make the rules. You love my bathroom. Thank you. Thank you, Ron. Despite you having never been... you having never been down here. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Ron, I can't believe they removed the fish. I can't believe they removed the effing fish from the Showalter. That's not good luck. You can't remove the fish. You have to leave the fish and allow the college students to steal the fish. It is a time-honored tradition. I feel like it'll be lynched for these. She'll allow you to move, but she'll judge you for it. Like when we won the national championship for in 1987 for basketball, someone went into the fountain and stole one of the fish, and then it got replaced later with a smaller fish. We never found the original fish, but apparently they don't want people stealing the fish, and they think that we're going to win so much that they just went ahead and removed them. You can't do that. You got to allow us to take the fish. But they're covering it. No, those fish are heavy. Oh, gold! Fred? Saw my life flash before my eyes, guys. Okay. Such a bad idea. Okay. Gold! Mine! Okay, thank you. This is not a good idea. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be going up. I should be leaving. Ooh, gold! Alright, we're gonna get this piece of gold and then we're gonna leave. What time is it? Anyone got the time? Okay. Nothing there. Okay. Up we go. 11:48. It's fine. True, but we still gotta get back to the camp. To the house. But yeah, no, that's not a bad time. But the fact that we went into a cave and we didn't even bring a bed was not a smart decision, and we should get out of here before we regret it more. And then I have to find my way back here. I did it. I read the meow before I read my cat is on the recliner, and I was like, what the frick is going on? Okay. Good, so we're gonna use this to go up, and hopefully... Always meow. Okay, so I was gonna try and do a quick recap of the lore for DND. So we've already given descriptions of all the characters and their names and their class. kill enough zombies, you can get a potato and a carrot and then kill the skellies. For bone meal and plan, then have unlimited healing. That doesn't help if I can't see. And my sword's broke. So anyway, we all ended up basically running away once we found out about the zombie apocalypse. And I'd already collected my first few toes after my grandma got murdered by the zombies coming in after I answered the door. You know, and they bit off her toes, so, you know, vengeance. But we were all escaping and found each other at the tavern. Tavern Keep. What state does it take place in, Ron? What state are we in? I mean, it is medieval times. I'm pretty sure it's a bad state. Oh, okay. State of denial. Always a classic. Okay. Kentucky. Hey, Tub, how are you? State of suffering. That is true. So we all met at this tavern. To be honest, we met this dude named Bisk, who was the tavern keep, and the zombies started coming into the bar. So we all ran down into the basement with Bisk and all them, and we barricaded the door. Where I then found a box and determined I vote for Ohio and determined that I would hide in the box and sneak my fairy self upstairs, say this is a UPS delivery, and then jump out and surprise them, like you know, using the box like in Metal Gear. Sadly, that did not work. They destroyed my box, so I went back downstairs, got another box while everyone else was fighting. Proceeded to come up and Massachusetts. Sounds like Tootsie Roll. Massachusetts Roll. And so we're all upstairs now fighting zombies, and all of a sudden an explosion goes off, and it knocks a bunch of us down and takes away some of our health, and like has like this gaseous stuff in the atmosphere. Which isn't ideal, and that also caught some of the alcohol on fire, so now the tavern's on fire. And there's still zombies in there. And the fire's spreading. And so my character makes it outside. And I'll admit it, my character starts off a little bit selfish. She's out for herself, she doesn't owe allegiance to anybody. But then Silas, or Rogue, went in there and they killed a zombie and got me a toe. Well, okay, if you're helping me collect toes, I gotta assist. Like, loyalty is earned, and helping with my toe collection is one way to stab with his heart. So, Silas went down. Sorry, Hestia went down, and then Silas went in after Hestia, and then Silas is about to go down, so I run back in to assist, simply because she helped with my toe collection. And then I go down. At this point, I'd already grabbed a bunch of bottles, and so their toes are the way to Hoosiers. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, no. They're really not. Sure, Wolf. That one wasn't even bad, but yeah, sure, she'll eat that one. wasn't expecting that. It's toes the way to stab with this heart. And not all toes. Specifically the big right toe. Not the left one. It has to be the right one. Because that's the one that they bit that's the one they bit off of my grandma. But yeah, she has a toe necklace. Like, you know, you have candy necklaces that you had to make as a child. It's like that, but with toes. I mean, if it's rotten, I mean, I feel like they were already, like, slightly rotten zombies. Like, I don't think much has changed. Ankle biter? Yes, exactly. I mean, she is 1.5 feet tall. So, like, she can definitely get some good bites on some ankles. So my dog's half-bred. What was the topic change? And you mean 1.5 feet on it? You can leave that one, Wolf. That one's funny. You can leave that one. Are you talking about Griffin? Did you do a doggy DNA test? I thought you said he was a yellow lab. One sec. We'll get back to. Oh, okay. Oh, the Chihuahua. Griffin is the yellow lab. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I completely forgot about Rambo. Griffin is the one I hear most about. He bites ankles. Yeah, the little ones always do. I can confirm as a short person, I do in fact bite ankles. Not really, but I did used to kick shins in my younger years. Oh my gosh! The old man that barks. Okay. And now I just pretend to kick shins of my friends, unless they, you know, don't now, but I'll be like, but now my friends are used to kick the shins of, they have partners, so I'm just like, hey, can you get him for me? And they're like, you know, they'll whack him for me. If she went for an uppercut, she might reach the knee. Tell you what is easy to reach. Anyway, senile old man. Not gonna lie, I've used that one a lot. It's like, "Aw, how is the weather down there?" It's like, I can bring you down to my level. Do you want me to? Okay. Of course it's nighttime. Okay, why is it taking so long to sleep through the night? Sleep! The frick? Grab some dang wood. How far away am I from my... It's okay, guys, we're close. Sister's 4'10". Is she an adult? is the question. Yes, okay, cool. To be fair, I'm 5 feet with shoes on. Okay, wrong way. 5. If we can find another village that's closer. Gotta go east. I'm trying. We're at the 616 negative 514. This needs to go up. That needs to go down. Wait. Positive neg. Oh, going the complete wrong direction. Okay. Okay. Compass and crafting menu. You see, I can read a compass. I just typically forget I have it. And I don't think I've ever used one for Minecraft. Normally, if I actually need to figure out the direction and like actually care about finding it quickly, I just list the coordinates and go with that. Or I open up settings and it'll tell me what direction I'm facing. I don't think I've ever actually used a compass other than to make a map. Keep forgetting. Yeah, any game that we just are given a compass, I almost always forget we have it. Which is very helpful. You'd be like, where am I going? Oh, it's on the map directly in front of me. How much you use this item? Yeah. Okay. Go this way. Or use common sense. I mean, we might be able to go back down if we can actually get wood. Because it's not like we don't have enough food. Did you grab a bed? Facts and logic. Okay. Wait, that reminds me. We still have a bird. We still have some birds in an entire chest that has stuff in it that we need to go back and get. Nah, we'll do that at some point. I'm sure we'll definitely remember, and we won't just run across the bird someday, hiding underneath a stone pillar to stay safe when I was like, I'll be right back. I went out for milk and never came back. Tubby and no on the bed, yeah. There's just one last thing now. Look, it's one last thing till we get our crud back. The joke of one last thing. No, we got this, guys. We got this. When have I ever died when recovering our stuff? Oh, the joke about milk and never coming back. Yeah. Every time. No, there's been a handful of times that I haven't died in recovering my stuff. I can't count, so never. If you can't count, that bodes good for random events in the D&D campaign, though, because you'll never know how many days it's been, and therefore you can have timed events happening. Win-win. 20,000. That just means they happen on vibes. How are the vibes feeling once we finish this current encounter? We getting good vibes. Or 66. Okay, so anyway, the fire, so I went back in to get my friends, well, to save my one friend, and then I got taken down, and, did I get taken down? No, I didn't get taken down. They got taken down, and so I grabbed a random potion and threw it down their gullet, and luckily I rolled really high, so it ended up being a health potion. Oh, that brought them back to life. The fire kept spreading, so I used my cantrip to be like, hey, this is a fire. Can we consider this a campfire? And Ron said, kind of, yes, sure. So I used my cantrip to decrease the size of the fire and stop it from spreading, which allowed the tavern keeper to get out and escape. I felt pretty smart for that. And then we were able to grab, finish killing the zombies and grab the other person who was still passed out and push them out the window. Come to think of it, how many times have we had to push Hestia to a safe spot because they were passed out? I think it's twice. I think it's twice. How many times? Yes. You would think being like the tankiest one there, she would die less. But, oh well. Or get down to 0 HP less. So yeah, we ended up getting everyone out, and I got some toes added to my collection. Oh, this was at level 1 toast. This was our first encounter. This was our first encounter, and we had 2 people who were already taken out. We met at the tavern, and then got into a fight, and then we immediately... So yeah, this was at level 1, so that's fair. Hits in general, then. Okay. It's just like, I'm a tank! No, you're not, honey. You try your best. Sure you are, honey. Okay. So we get out, and we save the tavern keeper and everything, and I'm not gonna lie. Part of the reason I went back in was also because I was convinced I was going to get a reward for saving the tavern keep. Stabitha was out for herself, other than saving the one co-worker who was helping her collect toes. So we get out, and Stabitha's like, I just risked my life for this. And she may or may not have threatened the tavern keep inside of a box with her blade, saying that she deserved a reward for helping them. It wasn't her proudest moment, okay? And everyone else around me was like, and apparently that scared poor Biscuit a little bit. And everyone around me was like, oh my god, what the heck? So he gave me like a Bisque special potion, and because in like a fancy decanter. While the tavern was also in the process of burning down. Yeah, that too. What the frick? My frick. And you guys start. But wasn't it the explosion that started the fire? Wasn't it the explosion? My frickin'... Surrounded by fire. One sec, I have an image for that. One of my friends was drawing this when they were downed. What else? I need to put a new battery in. This is ridiculous. Okay, not that one. No. Those are memes. Found it. Got it. Asking for protection money? So yeah, I didn't intend to come off quite that threatening, but she did feel a little bit of guilt after seeing the way that her coworkers reacted to her threatening the tavern keep. So she did end up pouring half of the potion decanter drink into her own bottle, and then giving him the fancy decanter with half of his stuff back. And that was her way of apologizing for threatening him at knife point underneath the box, while being 1.5 feet tall and flying in the middle of the air. For what it's worth. One sec. I'm gonna go get Mikey his treat, and I need to get some new batteries. Good. I'll be right back, Mikey. Confusion! Oh. I definitely didn't put one of them in backwards. To be fair, it was the one that didn't have the springy side. Wait, is everyone changing colors? Took me hours to change it. Yeah, tub. The tub shouldn't be green. The bathtub shouldn't be green. Okay. You got some stuff growing in there if your tub is green. Where the frick am I going again? Where are we going? 71 there. All right, tub is fixed. Okay, all right. Tub is the rightful color. To be honest, the first thing I notice in chat is the color. So like if someone's chatting and they're a typical purple and someone else comes in and they're also purple, there's a good chance that if I'm busy, like if I'm focused, I'm gonna think that it's the same person for a few minutes and I'll be like, oh, that was a different person. Toaster changed to gray. Like a toaster. Makes sense. What'd you say, Ghost? Wait, Ghost, what? With the sugar, I said fire brick. That's red. What? Okay. Oh, you gotta be Got it. Bruh. You almost died to something easy. Yeah. Okay, we're out. Ghost is... Okay. What the frick are you? Huh? Pale oak log. Guys, what biome is this? It's a Slenderman biome? That exists? Since when? This don't look right. I agree. Oh, I thought that would... Nope, that isn't... What? Just look at it. No, thank you. It's friend-shaped. He's just trying to get your attention. Well, stop it! Okay, it says we're close. Miss Thou is back over there. Let's get some fish. Come here. Come here, salmon, 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 salmon. Sorry. Where the frick did my salmon go? There it is. Just look at it. I promise you, you'll be fine. I didn't even look at it and it hit me. He just said, haha, no. Oh, I got hit by a freaking spider. That's what I got hit by. I was like, damn, that salmon's mad. When you're not looking at attacks, oh, I'm sure. I have not watched Doctor Who. I have seen all of Supernatural, though. There was like a super, I knew like Super Who Lock was like, there was a lot of like crossovers, but no, I have not seen Doctor Who. It's back this way. Have confidence. Mm-hmm. Ask me. It's a reverence to their angels. Don't need to be scared. It'll be fine. You have skill, right? Right? Uh-huh. It's an opposite Enderman. I don't trust that. I don't believe you. I mean, I do believe you about that I can't kill it directly. That adds up. That makes sense. I'm just gonna avoid it. You can't? What do you mean I can't avoid it? Sorry. We kill with kindness. You would put a Mikey tree on your word, so I have to stare at it when it's by me in order to survive. I mean, it sounds like a trick, but you wouldn't bet a Mikey tree on a lie. Where am I going? Okay. Come here, sheepies. Sorry. 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 I don't think she's sorry. Okay. 616 negative 514. Okay. 616 negative 514. Sorry. Are you avoiding? Well, frankly, I don't know where I am. So I don't know where the pale place was again. I'm just trying to follow the map. I'm just trying to follow the coordinates. Okay. Let's see. Here. Got it. Yeah. Okay, we're fine. You can't avoid something if you don't know where it is. That almost adds up. Okay. Let's grab some more wood. We need it for sticks. Okay, so yeah, anyway, so I threatened the tavern keep, felt a little bit guilty, and then gave him back some of half of the thing that he gave me after I threatened him. And then we did a short rest and then continued on our way. The tavern keep decided to go to the mines in search of they decided to go to the mines to see if they could figure out like where the explosion had come from and see if they had any gas masks, because it was making things difficult to breathe, which probably should still be getting impacted right now. But actually, forget I said that. We love the current conditions in the D&D campaign, and we love breathable air. And we like being able to breathe. You going? I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. How did I go that farther? I don't think I was meant to go down. So bad at directions, guys. Damn ADHD. Turn around. Do, 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 do. Oh, this is also still going up. Okay. Okay. Wait, hold. No, but kind of. Okay. So, they decided to go to the mines. Meanwhile, I decided to do a perception check to see if I could, because if there was an explosion and it caused fires, I wanted to see if there was anything that we could see, like, if we could kind of tell where the explosion might have come from based on, like, the amount of fires in certain directions. I rolled pretty high, and we saw one area where fire was, and it looked like a barracks, along with a couple other things that were on fire. And we decided to go to the barracks because we thought that they might have weapons. Okay, 616. Hey. Ah! I'm so bad at directions. It is not, it's so bad. It's actually so bad. Stop being chronically lost. I mean, that is literally in my description. I don't think that's something I can. How do you navigate anywhere slowly? In real life, step-by-step directions. She rolled a nat 20, so she saw the Crips campfire. But no, we went to the barracks. Because I saw a campfire. But we also saw, like, the thing in the distance. Oh, I didn't realize I had seen the okay. I didn't realize that was what we had seen was the Crips. 616. Ooh, I like the song. 616 and 514. Still the wrong way. Ah! I'm so bad at this. Oh. Why does this sound like Charlie Brown music? Anyone else hear it? It wasn't the quartermaster's assistant making the fire. Oh, so the one that we saw that was on fire, the fire that we saw in the distance, that was the one that was to the crypts. But I also perceived that there was a barracks in the distance, and that's where we decided to go. Okay. Isn't that a show? Yes. It's known for like holiday movies and stuff. Twitch. So there were normal things that I was expected to find, but due to your nat 20, I thought about the other people in the city, what they were doing. Whereas you have really great vision. And one of those was the barracks. Guard a redeemed treat. Got it. Okay, when did I die? No, turn off that. Okay, it was 143, 142. Okay. It was 6, 12, -5, 10, 108. Okay. I have the coordinates for the exact spot I died, but not like the height, so I can get back to this exact same spot. 612, 110, -538. I did have a bed, and then I placed it, and then I couldn't find it again. But there is a bed nearby somewhere. Damn ADHD. Six 12. Oh, it's a creeper. Can't. Okay, wait. Maybe if we go up the water. Go up this. And then go that way. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, so we go up here, and then we go to the right to decrease the Y coordinate. Or Z, whichever one it is. Don't pay attention to the ADHD behind the curtain. It's not even behind the curtain. The curtain is clear. It is quite literally right there. It is so obvious. There might as well not even be a curtain. Why the frick do we pay for this shower lining? It hides nothing. Okay. cheap just as duct tape. Okay, we're back here. What are the chords? Like right here. Found it. Oh yeah, my levels. Whatever. Gotta go through this again. Okay, we got it back. We got it back, guys. We got it back. We're okay. We're okay. What even is that? Wildflowers. Okay. And I have food. Yes, eat food. Yes, please. Food time. What level? Is it worth the risk? I mean, we have wood now. We have wood. If we actually find a good cave, we're good. And we can actually make the stuff. And we can remake a bed. Okay, but there's nothing down this one. Okay. Don't go down further. Yeah, I'm not. No. We are good. Okay. All right. I can't believe that's actually the answer. Is actually just to stare at it. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. And then we go. All right. Thanks for dropping by, Ron. Have a good night. No, I believe you now. Once you swore it on Mikey's treats, I knew you weren't messing. Yeah, the moment you said that, I was like, okay. There. So anyway, so we went to the barracks to try and look for supplies. And when we get there, the gate's locked. So there's nothing we can do. So what we do is the 10-year-old decided to... Here's Ode 1, okay. The 10-year-old decided to try and climb the wall to get to a window that was on like the second floor. They were able to do that. I was able to just reach it without triggering the anti-aircraft missiles. So I flew up there, and then we proceeded to tear down a bunch of the curtains and tie them together in knots, and then throw it out the window so everyone else could climb up as well. We only have the one brown. No, yeah, because we don't. Frick. We needed 3. We needed 3. Fine. Give me the dang stone. What do you mean? Oh, because I haven't made stick yet. One sec. Okay, and then a sword. And then where the frick do my sticks go? Okay, got that. Throw that out. Grab you. Place chest right there. We're gonna drop off wood, salmon, gold. Got you. Once we get the bed and we reset it to here, we're going to bed. Because there's clearly a giant cave nearby. But we need to get a reset over here. Okay. And then we can pick up here next time. So anyway, we went to the barracks, and so we were able to get everyone upstairs, which we found out was the quartermaster's, the captain of the guard's room. And I found some notes, and it was talking about experiments that had been done, and were changing humans into these things, and that he wasn't comfortable with continuing. Not today, no. He wasn't comfortable with continuing. Did it not have diamonds? Oh, you... Oh, I put him in a bundle. Thank you. Thank you, Toast. Thank you. Yeah. Save the crash out. Like, I knew it was only 3, but that's still 3 less diamonds. Someone paying attention? Yeah. True. It is typically not me. Okay, bruh. Somehow, despite my ADHD. ADHD club. Sheep. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So, we were in the quartermaster's room, but yeah, we found, Captain the Guard's room, and we found that letter that was talking about, like, experiments and stuff. Well, I like that half, I like the half snow-covered. No, you're also unique, Wolf. Okay, yay! Yay! Okay, and then grab another shield. Put that on. But what we noticed was, but by we, I mean there was a bookcase, and there was a door that was barred from the inside, and only our one rogue, he warned, it comes, have to pay more cat tax, be warned it comes as a human jump scare. Okay. Taxes are appreciated. But our rogue figured out, they're like, wait, the door is barred from the inside. That means that whoever was in here had to have left. Because we were getting ready to unbar the door and leave. But that brought up the good point. Where the frick did they go if it's barred from the inside? And so we searched around, and it turned out that there was, of course, a hidden stairway behind the bookcase. As there should be, of course. So we took that down. We followed the stairs down. All right. Do I have the stuff to make the bed yet? Why not? What did I do? Oh, do I need stick? Is that it? There we go. Guys, we should definitely take the time to make effing curtains. No, we're freaking not. Give me the freaking bed, Pete, please. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Got that. So we took the stairs down into... Just need a furnace? Yeah. We took the stairs down, and what we found was a lab. And me, who had been trying to figure out how to get a dog, had my character 100% convinced that when the DMs, someone said that there was a lab, that my character's like, where's the dog? There was obviously a dog. You said this is a lab. Where is the lab? You know, it was a science lab. But, you know, she's fixated on the fact that there is now a lab. There was a dog somewhere. Like Griffin, exactly. So she is now hyper fixated on finding this dog. And we go into the actual lab. And we see these like scalpels and science experiments and then these like surgical equipment, and we see these 3 like containers that had like people in them, one of which was broken, like it had been like shattered, like something had left, and there was blood splatter leading down the hallway. Okay, where's the... And there was another one of the pods had been opened and was empty, like looked like it had been opened normally, and there was a person in the 3rd one that was still like floating in goop. So at the time, we opted to leave. We opted to follow the blood trail and not mess with whatever the frick was in the pods. So we followed the blood trail, and we popped out into a prison. And in that prison, there was one guy there was one guy, Jimmy, and Jimmy was like, oh yes, please let me out, please let me out. And me, being an intellectual, was like, he's like, please let me out, please give me food. And I'm like, can you help me find the lab? Help me find the dog, and I will let you out. If you know where the dog is, I will let you out and give you food. He said, yes, I'll help you find the dog. I'll help you find the dog. So I give him the half of Bisk's drink that I got after threatening the tavern keep, and I open the door to the party was split like 50-50 on whether that was a good idea or not. So anyway, he joins us, and so now Stabatha is very fixated. It's like he knows where it is. Surprisingly, no, Toaster. It very easily could have, but Stabatha would have been stabbing if he didn't actually lead her to a dog. So we all continue down the hallway, and then we find a giant troll changed being who appears to be wearing the quartermaster's garb. And we're like, and it sees us and it starts coming after us. So we turn back around and run. We flee. We flee back the way we came and end up back in the lab. And it was at this point that we're like, well, okay, what the frick are we going to do with... Screw that, exactly. Well, what the frick are we going to do? There's still this person floating in a thing. And it turned out Jimmy recognized the person who was floating in the last tube. Apparently he was in prison with him a couple weeks ago before he got taken out. So we're trying to figure out like what to do. Like the dude in the tube's skin has started like changing color. He looks like slightly green. We're like, do we kill? Well, there's also 3 levers. Sorry, there's 3 levers per pod. And so like, like first 2 were pulled on the one, first and third were pulled on the other, and then none were pulled on the one that still had people in it. So Stabatha, Dynamite, exactly. Stabatha's like, okay, we don't know what this does. One could drain the fluid, one probably kills someone, and the other probably opens it. So Stabatha, being an intellectual, was like, I'm just going to pull them all at the same time and short-circuit it. So she tried to do that, and one of my party members probably rightfully stopped her. I still think it would have worked, but... She went, oh, levers! No. Grabs the fairy and then puts him in the corner. Sounds like a recipe for sudden death. Yeah. I agree, but it's absolutely how my character would have acted. Like, my character is kind of impulsive to a T. Puts her in the jail cell for a timeout. Like, don't get me wrong, she started making slightly better decisions, but, like, if there's a lever, she's going to pull the lever. If there's a button, she's going to push the button. The Chaotic Fae would absolutely do that. Exactly. Even though I know it's probably not the best idea. My character's like, obviously it's going to short-circuit it. They can't do all 3 things at once. And so everyone's like, they probably can. But anyway, so yeah, the dragon carted me away and took me away from the levers. And then our smart people in the group figured out the pattern of what was open, which one had been broken out, and which one was likely actually going to be the one to release it. So they pulled the correct lever. And it opened the thing. We got the dude. We dragged him out. And Jimmy... actually, he was like, I gotta get him to my friends. And so he's like, he's like, my friends aren't very nice. Like, okay, whatever. But like, we'll go wherever your friends are. Like, we need supplies. We need all this stuff. And like, it's not like we have anywhere else to go. So we follow him. Once again, the party was split and was like, this is going to be betrayed. Kill the dude in the pod. So we, this entire time, my character's still asking, he's like, okay, so are you leading us to a lab? It's like, yeah, I can't wait to find a lab. You know, she's like super excited. And Ron actually made it, because this was our next session, he said, just so you know, Jimmy does know where the lab is. Jimmy has 3 possible leads on labs. So you can actually get a lab. I gaslit the DM into figuring out a way to give me a dog. It was great. It was great. Through the power of dual meaning words and obsessive insistence on believing something. Power of persistence, exactly. And I asked her, I was like annoying, whatever. Like, no, it's fine. Like, it's in character with the character you're playing of really focusing. So exactly what a Fae would do. You know, I didn't think about that, but yeah, exactly what a Fae would do. Yeah. Twist the words around for their own meaning. I didn't view it that way, but you're so right, Toaster. That's exactly what I did. So we end up following Jimmy, dragging his friend along on the way out, and then get attacked. Oh, that's when we get attacked by Slim Jim. That's when we get attacked by Slim Jim. Actually, wait. Where's Slim Jim? I'm gonna find this. We're gonna save. Exit. Freeze the lab is the dog. I got the photos for this. I got this. That's the Xenoblade photo. 1,000 earlier this month. What Xbox points did I just get? What are you on about? What are you talking about, game? I gotta find Slim Jim. Let me go to my emails. And while we're doing this, okay. All right. Go to my Gmail, and then sent. Ones I sent to myself. Nope, that's the fire I set up. Okay. No. Look at all the action. Yeah. I'll find this. Okay, download. Still gonna say when the power is out. Okay, download. Okay, this is the tavern. This is the fire that I shrank, was the one on the left. That's Bisk and them. Yeah, that was our first encounter. A candle for an hour and a half, and called it the dancing candles when the power went out. You know, that is honestly so valid. This is... Oh, and by the way, and this entire time I'm still in my box, of course. I'm still just in my box. Yeah, this is when the trolls started coming after us and we decided to flee. Yes, I'm just a flying box that is threatening people and flipping them off from inside the box. Okay, Slim Jim! I found him! Yes, my boy, Slim Jim! Slim Jim for the win! Oh, let me edit that real quick. Oh, the box goes to you? That's exactly what I was thinking. Well, when I first did it, I was thinking of, dude, the hiding in a box in Metal Gear. But then my second thought was Danny Phantom. I was like, I'm the box ghost. Okay, let me show you guys Slim Jim. So, Slim Jim just accidentally got imported, a bit wonky, and we went with it, which was funny, except for the fact that, it, like, quadrupled his hit points, along with his range. So he was able to, I went and hid in the tree up here to the left, and he was able to stab, massive Slim Jim, he was able to stab through the person in blue, through the tree, and hit us both at the same time. From over here, from this location he is in right now, he was able to stab us both at the same time. It was crazy. We were like, no, Slim Jim, no. Oh, and I drew a body up in the top left. The 10-year-old decided to stay with the person we had freed from the... One sec, this isn't the right mood. There you go. Massive Slim Jim. Yeah. But, so yeah, the 10-year-old was low on HP, so decided to stay with the person we got from the tube. We did end up making it out. He was even slimmer than normal. Yeah. Okay, let's see. And then... Not that, no. What's this one? Oh, did I not take a photo of the one in the cemetery? Did I not screenshot that? One sec. Oh, I guess I didn't. So anyway, we follow Jim, once Slim Jim's taken care of. And we follow Jim all the way to the cemetery. And when we get to the cemetery, he's like, just so you know, my friends aren't exactly very nice or whatever. And as soon as we get there, we meet this dude named Ghost, who has like a bunch of like runes and magic markings etched on him. So, and he goes, thank you for bringing my compatriots back to me, but I cannot let you in until after you have proven yourself worthy. And then he takes in the people, but Jimmy, and and the person that we brought back, the green dude, and then locks us out of the crypt. And then all of a sudden, like 20 zombies come out of nowhere, including like a big, massive conglomeration zombie. What a dick. I agree. Comes out of nowhere, and he's basically like, we'll let you guys in. Want you guys to take care of this little issue of ours. And we're like, well, frick. Like, we're surrounded now. There's not much we can do. So, Stabitha, still in the box, of course. She actually flies to the top of the crypt where the gargoyle statues are, and she pretends to be a gargoyle statue. Mind you, she's still in a box. So I don't think she made a very good gargoyle, but she hid it like she stayed in the position like a gargoyle up in the top corner. So there's just a box that's pretending to be a gargoyle. And that's where we had left off for that one. So she was just hiding up there while everyone else was getting ready to get attacked. So then next time, everyone's attacking everything and trying to get attacked. Meanwhile, Stabitha's like, I don't have that much health because I got injured from being stabbed by Slim Jim. So, like, there's not much I can do. But, you know what I could do? Is I could do a cantrip to create an illusion of myself. Oh wait, no, sorry. I didn't do that yet. What I did first was I knocked on the door to the crypt and was like, hey, you gonna let us in? And Ghost is in there reading a book and said no. And I was like, slightly less threatening flying box. I'm like, well, are you sure? He's like, yeah, nope. So I decide if they're not going to help, I'm gonna make them help by bringing the problem to them. So I start stabbing at the door to try and break in, to make it so that the zombies will then come after them too, therefore they have to assist us. Petty. Screw them. We brought them their people back. They should have let us in instead of making us do this dumb frickin' test. After we already took care of Slim Jim. So I start stabbing the door while everyone else is actually fighting. And I'm able to get it open a crack. And then I'm able to get it open a little bit more, and then I'm able to slip in. It's not big enough for anybody else to be able to fit in, and the door closes behind me. We already proved ourselves with Slim Jim. Exactly. Mind you, Ghost didn't summon Slim Jim. Ghost has no idea who the frick Slim Jim is. But that's such a good song. So, Stabitha is now inside the crypt, while her co-workers' friends group is still outside fighting for their lives. And I'm like, well, frick, I got like 5 health. I'm not going back out there. Like, they're not gonna assist. I'm not going out there, but what I can do is I can use a cantrip to create a visual of myself right beside the enemy to try and distract them and get them away from them attacking my friends. And I did that. The next roll, the zombie that was going to attack my friend, rolled a nat 20 to attack with like max damage that would have killed them. But because my cantrip worked, they attacked they attacked a hologram of me and did no damage. And I was just like, you know, my job is done. I've done my part. You are alive because of me. It really was. It was like, that would have taken you out. You know what? I don't feel bad for hiding behind the crypt door. I helped. Work smarter, not harder. And then everyone else was able to take out the rest of them. But that was pretty much my main contribution, was creating a fake visual that then saved a party member. And then everyone came out. Oh yeah, this is a great song. This is Immediate Threat, Xenoblade 3. I prevented a crit. Yeah, I was like, my job is done. It sounded like my work here is done. So, and then we go into the crypt, and because, you know, they come out, they're like, good job, you did it, congrats, would you guys like to come in? And everyone's like, oh, I'm not really sure. And we're like, guys, we need an effing rest. We just went through 2 battles. Half of us have like 1 heart. Half of us have like 1 health. We don't have a choice. We helped them. I don't think they're gonna kill us when we're down there. I think it's worth the risk. And so, like, most of us agreed. So majority rules. So we went in, and he showed us around just pretty much the mafia. They're like an underground like mafia. but we did refuse to join them, so we were only provided like 1 night of rest and not like access to anything. Because we did refuse to actually join the group because we didn't know much about them. So we got 1 night of rest, and the next day, we were about to get a night of rest, but we didn't have enough rations. So I snuck out that night. Yeah, no, it was definitely the smart play. Granted, Stabatha was like, we're fine to trust them. They're gonna lead me to the dog. Like, she's like, why wouldn't we trust them? They promised they'd take us to the dog. So we... and everyone else is like, oh my gosh, you're an idiot. So, has one priority dog. Yes. So we go down to go to rest, but then we realize we can't take a full rest because we don't have all the rations we need. So Stabatha sneaks out in the middle of the night, in her box, of course, which, by the way, at this point, I've nat 20 when I was searching around, and I got a +1 stealth box. I got a box that has +1 stealth, and that is the box that I've had. Like, it is a great box. So I sneak out and go to the kitchen, and then I hear people talking, so I go and put my box next to the rest of the boxes and hide. Are you just a box shaped? Yes! Yes! That's it. That is it, Toaster. That is it. That's exactly it. So I go and hide among the boxes, and they end up not being very perceptive, so they don't see me, and then they leave. So I go into the kitchen, and I found a knife, so I was able to acquire a toe knife, and that is what its name is now. Let's see, I was able to get a toe knife, and so that's actually what it's named. And then I was able to grab a Pop-Tart from the counter, so we had an extra ration. I fear for my toes. You only gotta fear for your right big toe. The rest of your toes are fine. So she sneaks back into the room, and she throws the ration at the people and at her crewmates, and then we all get a long rest and heal. In the medieval, look, when I described what happened when the zombie apocalypse started, I said my grandma was watching TV and I was listening to Lady Gaga, and apparently was then told after that didn't exist and we were in medieval times. So we just kind of break the fourth wall every here and there for absolutely no reason. One of our characters is named Television. So I feel like it's okay occasionally to... So hardtack, not a Pop-Tart. Yeah, I guess. So the next day we get some information from Ghost about what kind of happened there. What happened in that it all started in the center. It seems to have originated from the center of the city, which is basically like 8 districts, one being the furthest out next to the gate that leads to outside, going inwards to the center being 8. And they said the explosion seems to have come from further into the city. And it's unclear as to what's with these zombies and all that. And you seem pretty truthful in that regard. But Stabatha also had a priority of, they murdered like 10 zombies the other day outside in the cemetery. And she wanted to know where the zombies were so she could get a collection of toes. So she flies up to one of the people at the breakfast room and goes, "Hey, where do you guys keep the zombie bodies?" And he goes, "Why?" I said, I collect the I need to find them so I can get their right big toes as vengeance for my grandma." And I rolled pretty high in I think it was persuasion. And he said, sure, whatever. So he took me down to the morgue where I was able to get like 7 toes. How many toes do I have now? I think I have 16 toes. 100 toes and I get a free foot. That one sentence was scary. Yeah. Oh god. Okay. I would just leave. Oh yeah, he the moment he showed me the room, he was gone. He completely took off. Not the right move. Wait, most replayed? Oh. No. Yeah, that's good. So, we then proceed to say our goodbyes. And, we go outside, and I've been told the 3 ways to find the dogs from Jimmy. Jimmy told me the 3 ways I could get a dog. 1, there was a real dog at a pet store that I could go and get. There was a way I could go and get a spell that would summon a familiar. And there was a ghost dog in the cemetery. I was actually told about this before we went to the cemetery, and it's part of why I pushed to go with Jimmy, because I wanted to get to the cemetery. So when we went to the cemetery, that next morning after we had already got attacked and, slept over or whatever, I was able to find a grave that had a partial name on it. Found 0 from Nightmare Before Christmas. Exactly. Except I could only make out the first letter of it, and it said B, so his name is Bob. I now have a ghost dog named Bob, who doesn't really actually do much, but occasionally I'll throw a cantrip to make it so that I'll tell him to go fly over there, and then have him bark, and then have it seem like he's barking by using a sound to throw sound. He likes to feel included, so technically they can't see. Technically, most of the enemies and things can't see him, but he likes to feel included. So I'll make sure that he feels included in some fights by sending him off and then making it seem like he's actually contributing. Ron's like, you do know that they can't see him, right? I'm like, he wants to feel included. He wants to be helpful. Let the boy have fun. So yeah, and then let Bob feel included. Exactly. So occasionally I'll do that. We've been so busy running around the past few sessions, I haven't had time to include Bob because we haven't really been. It's just been running for our lives. Xenoblade 3 again. Oh gosh. Such good music. Especially the emotional ones. I will say, I feel like the area themes are lacking, especially compared to Xenoblade 1. But the frickin' event music, gosh, they're amazing. And battle music is also amazing. Frick. Words that never reached you? Gosh. Anyway, yeah, distraction. Back to Ghost Dog, yep. And now back to a regularly scheduled program. Oh no. Oh no. Speaking of, so yeah, I got a Ghost Doggo, and when we take long rests, we started reading the Skimpy Barbarian, what's the name of the book that is in Skyrim? That's definitely not what it is. It's something Barbarian. Anyway, so we start. Each time we take a long route. Lusty Argonian Maid, that's it. Thank you. So close. So yeah, we started reading that as a group each time we took a long rest. We'd read a chapter. And my character, like me, misunderstood what they were saying, and I thought they were talking about shining their spheres, and I was like, why do they only have one spear? Aren't there two balls? And which everyone was like, they said spear, right? And then we just stood there for like a minute. Just I was dying. My character was just like, whatever, I don't care, but I was dying. Everyone on the call was dying. Because I misunderstood what erotic thing they were referencing, because I heard sphere. Have one sphere. Like Lance Armstrong, guys. So yeah, after that we decide that basically I wanna leave. I wanna go to the gate. Supposedly, according to Ghost, the gate has been on lockdown since the apocalypse began, and nobody can get in or out. But that by the gate that would let you exit, there's like a bunch of blood, like everywhere, but he hasn't been able to scout it out. And I want to know what the frick is going on and see if we can find a way to open the gate. And we're already on we're literally on the furthest out part of the city. The only way to go is in. So it's like, let's just go there first. So we go there first. And that's when... Let's see. Not that image. Nope. And so we go to the gate, and there's a sentry. There's a sentry that is directly in front of the gate, on this blood spatter all around it. And so we're like, okay, well maybe it's activated by motion or sound or proximity. So 100 tears in front of the gate. If you call blood tears, yeah. Years turn typo. What the fudge is this one? Agnes Castle Day. I don't think I was ever in Agnes Castle during the day. Can I be honest? I don't think I was ever there during the day. Kill my hand sentries. One sec. Okay, I think it was for a few minutes. I just know the night theme a lot better from the damn prison scene. But anyway, so I had some keystones that I gotten from when we were at the barracks inside the captain of the guard's office, and there was some keystone holes by the gate. So Stabatha runs up to the gate, runs up to the perimeter and attempts to throw the keystone at it. It bounces off. Nothing happens. There's a magical barrier, and there's another barrier to that, and then there's the actual wall that apparently both have like keystone holes. She tried throwing both keystones at them, didn't do anything. She went and grabbed them, went back to the group. But then Television notices that there are the keystone holes actually by the gate. So Stabatha, who has now learned how to do teamwork and not be completely selfish, decides that because our sorcerer is going to try and magic hand the keystones into the hole, she will let her borrow the box to give her increased stealth. So she borrows the box from Stabatha and is sneaking around the perimeter. Let's see, where's the... Yeah, just wearing the box on her head. Yeah, she doesn't fit all the way in. I mean, she's not much bigger than my character, who's like 1.5 feet tall, but she is bigger. It's a hat. Yeah, she's basically wearing it as a hat. Exactly. Okay. Alright, where is... Nope, that's the closet. Nope, that's still a closet. You know, this is fine for now. Between the grassy area, so basically she's sneaking around to the left of the grassy area of the trees. And she fails her stealth roll. And it spots her. It spots her as she's sneaking back. She tries to put the keystones into the keyhole, didn't work. She turns back to leave. The sentry spots her and starts going for her. Stabitha, who is like, that is my effing box. I will not lose my effing box. I gotta do something. Stabitha goes to the other side of the tree line and starts taking pot shots with her arrow at the sentry to draw its attention. To get it off of her box. Yeah, in order to keep her box alive. Exactly. If that box ever dies, 1, there'll be a funeral. 2, my character will go John Wick. 100% my character will go off the walls if that box ever goes anywhere. It will not be good. So, luckily, and Max, oh yeah, we're good. We're just going ham. Like, she sleeps in that box at night, curled up next to Bob, who's still technically incorporeal, but, like, you feel like, you know, a slight, like, water sensation or whatever. Like, we curl up with our blanket in the box at night, like, our box is home, box is life. I just realized I'm sideways. So anyway, the sentry turns to me, and takes a couple of shots. A couple of them hit. Meanwhile, Television is fleeing, trying to get back to where the rest of the group is. The rest of the group is still out of combat. They decide to come into combat because, you know, 2 people are being attacked. And they basically just barely go into combat while I also escape and go get to the outside edge. And that's where that session ended. The next session we started, I'm not gonna lie, my character immediately went over to Television and got the box back. I went over, got the box back, got the keystones I had on my person back, and then left. I got the box and then went inside the building. I got the box and then immediately just went through the window. I was like, I ain't risking my box's life. That was terrifying. And then everyone else, oh, the sentry takes out our Dragonborn. Yeah. Pox face strikes again. Yeah, the sentry takes out our Dragonborn. So the 10-year-old grabs the Dragonborn and we heave-ho and pull her through the window to try and get him away from the sentry. And then we're all basically inside this building on the left. With the Dragonborn, mind you, out for the count. Now stabilized. But not able to fight. And then the sentry deactivates. And we're like, yay. And then we find out the noise caused us to be heard, and there was going to be a zombie horde coming our way. Luckily, I rolled to see how many of the horde we had, and I got a 1 and a 12. So we only had like 13 zombies. Apparently, we could have had 40. Which I found out a couple days later, and I was like, what do you mean? So,
we're all in this building, and all of a sudden the zombies just start coming, and one of our people is still out because we don't have any health potions. We don't have any healers. We have no one to revive. No revival ability. So, my character being incredibly smart, decided... One sec, can I zoom in? Can I zoom all the way in? You can't read it. One sec. Okay, so my character being incredibly smart, when Ron wasn't looking, and we started the fight with the zombies popping out, I decided to draw a cabinet. And I was like, hey guys, let's put Hestia, our Dragonborn, in the cabinet. Like, they're like, what cabinet? I'm like, the cabinet that's right here. This cabinet. And they're like, oh, Ron, when did you draw that? Ron's like, I didn't draw that. Like, Emma? No, the cabinet's always been there. So, and just to make that point extra clear, I also added text saying cabinet that has always been there, and had it pointing to the cabinet, just to make it extra clear that it has been there the whole time. And it didn't just pop out of nowhere, and it was definitely intentional. I rolled a nat 20, so he let me have my my meta cabinet that definitely was there the whole time. So we pushed the Dragonborn into the cabinet, and because I rolled so high on stealth, the zombies were not able to sense them. I just love gaslighting the mysterious ghost cabinet. I just love gaslighting the TM and the team occasionally. It's so much fun. It's so much fun just to be like, no, that's always been there. I don't know what you're talking about. Because you're just like, could I put them in the cabinet? What cabinet? That? You're evil and I love it. So we pushed them into the cabinet. Ron was having a good time. Look, I told him if my metagaming is ever too much, just to let me know. I've said that. I was like, was it too much? Like, was that? He's like, no, it's fine. Like, if you get to be too much, I'll let you know. The only time I was ever worried was when you said that your character would flee in the middle of a fight after instigating. And I'm like, no. She wouldn't flee. She would just go hide in a corner and then take pot shots. But she's already had character growth from then, so she's already like much more team oriented. So anyway, we pushed Hestia into the cabinet. And then I decided, or the 10-year-old decided to go off into some of these buildings, because we had plenty of buildings. Cabinet dragon. Where's that image? I just loved adding the text that said cabinet that has always been there. That felt like just like an extra thing for the gaslighting. Okay, nope. Okay, so yeah, we were all in the group. Then, where is the one I'm looking for? Was it you? Nope. To have a big empty room's true. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we were all in this building down south, and you can see how many open buildings there are, how many areas we could go to. So the 8-year-old and I went out to try and find health potions, while our sorcerer went to the east building and promptly got surrounded. So we're trying to clear these other buildings to try and find items, and our sorcerer gets completely surrounded. There we go. And oh wait, so also our rogue went east first to the building. You get out of jail free spells. Yeah. And they got killed by a zombie that went over there. And then our sorcerer went over there to try and help our rogue who went down, and is promptly surrounded by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zombies. Previously, in the previous turn, our sorcerer had gone out there and basically thrown a thing at the sentry to try and get his attention, to get it to come and fight the zombies. So that's who this dude is in the middle. So it did work. It did come, but yeah. So meanwhile, the 10-year-old and I are in 2 different areas on our own quest to try and find healing potions to bring back Hestia, and now also bring back Silas. And we're like, okay, and then yes, this is the combat that has lasted 3 sessions. That is correct. Okay. Is it this one? Might be that one. Oh, it's that one, yeah. Alright, which image is that? That's 1166. 1166. So, I started drawing X's over people who weren't stabilized, but were down, and then, S's over the ones who were stabilized. So, yeah, then our sorcerer goes down. So, it's me and the 10-year-old running around with our heads chopped off. Meanwhile, I'm over here on the left. Okay. And in this process, we found out that the zombies are attracted to magic. And we only have 2 kind of magic users. Our sorcerer, obviously, and me. Alright, 1166. Okay. So the 10-year-old runs back and is able to stabilize. They're able to stabilize television. Exactly. They're able to stabilize television. Meanwhile, the zombies, I used a cantrip to get their attention, so they would chase after me, so that Bessie could go and stabilize television without worrying about being attacked. So they're after me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is where we ended that session. Was with me getting ready to play a game of tag, trying to outrun a bunch of enemies. At the time, I had found 2 health potions. So I had 2 health potions, but I had to get back to the people to give it to them without dying. However, our DM, Ron, took pity on me, and probably actually more pity on the fact that Hestia had been passed out for, at this point, almost like a session and a half. And basically was like, I'm gonna have to drag their bodies all the way up here, because this building up on the top, apparently it was a barricadable building, which seems important. So that's where we're trying to get them. So we took pity, and it was like, you would be able to outrun them anyway, because you can basically go 90 feet at a time, and they can only go 40. So you would be able to get them. So what's your strength score? One sec, let me... DND. Sign in.
Let me see. What are my stats?
A strong fate. Well, I didn't do it. My strength is only +2. I don't have the best strength. Yeah, but frankly, I'm not sure how we did it because, yeah, it was the 10-year-old, exactly, because I was still up there. So the 10-year-old grabbed Hestia and dragged, and everyone else who was passed out while I'm playing tag. Apparently, this is what happens off screen, and drags them up to the building so that can be barricaded. Granted, there are 2 zombies inside of it, but me being me, as soon as we started the new session where we had everyone taken to the everyone started the building in the barricadable building, I also grabbed the cabinet and put it there too. So not only was the 10-year-old dragging a dragon forward, but they were pushing the cabinet. Just we started the camp. We started. We started the session, and they're like, "Wait, how did the captain get here?" I'm like, obviously, the 10-year-old pushed it with the dragon. Who also has like a 40-pound anvil, by the way. I mean, in case you can't read it, it says cabinet that has been here the entire time. I don't know what to say. And Ron was just like, whatever, fine. She pushed the cabinet too. So, at this point, when we started, I was able to use the health potions and revived their... Good sport about it. Oh, I agree. Yeah, no, if he ever said I couldn't do something, I'd be like, yeah, okay. That's fine. The only time he's been like, no, was like, can I fly over the gate and leave? And he said no. I was like, okay, that's fair. Apparently that would activate the anti-aircraft missiles. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm always a team sport. If he was like, no, I would accept it. Flying breaks most campaigns. Completely understandable. That's why he only allows me to fly like 1 or 2 stories. But like, if I want to perch like a gargoyle, he'll allow it. So I used the health potions I got previously and revived our sorcerer and our rogue. And we started using the resources that I'd been grabbing when I was getting health potions from the different buildings, and they started boarding up the walls, the windows, because the zombies were able to climb through them. I was like, more hands, better. I revived them. They go and they start trying to board up the windows. However, some of the zombies are coming through, or were getting ready to come through one of the windows. So, and Stabitha's like, I just revived you fudgers. You guys are not going to die instantly. This is stupid. I spent the entire time doing this. So she leaves the building and comes up here to where you see the dragon, in order to bait them into coming after her, which instead of going through the window that at the time was open. So of course they come after her, and one attacks me, gets off a pretty good hit. Meanwhile, they finish boarding these doors, except some zombies decided to come up from the south and come in through the windows in the south part of the building. So they had to deal with that. And mind you, their health that they regained after being revived was only 7. I mean, not bad, but not great for still having to be in battle. These are planks that I drew so we could so that when everything got boarded up, I could just be like, yep, it's boarded now. I like to draw on the map. It's enough to survive a hit, exactly, which they did. So, and the 10-year-old at this point is still running around trying to get to different buildings. While you're allowed to draw on the map, he has permission enabled. That's all I got. And so the kid's still running around trying to find a health potion, and she finds one. So she's on her way back to get to Hestia, who's like a mother figure to her, you know, since she doesn't know if her actual parents are dead or alive. Meanwhile, I'm leading the zombies on meanwhile I went to go get dinner, and I come back and, let's see, 1182. Not you. You can't even see anything when it's zoomed out that far. This is how many buildings there were. Look at how many buildings there are. Like, I'm sorry, my character's a rogue. Like, we gonna loot. Also, like, we kind of need them to survive. Yeah, but like, look how many buildings. And anyone you've entered is exactly. So like right now, to be fair, my character started looting them with the hopes of getting health potions to revive the people. And frankly, she still wants us to get health potions because we're level 2 and we're getting murdered by 14 zombies. And it's only going to get harder going forward. So like, there's never a better time, a better place to try and find cred that'll help her survive in the future. Especially with not having a healer. Like, this is where you do it. And the moment the encounter ends, we're not allowed to go into any more buildings. So, wild goose chase it is. Just a fun game of tag. Which is pretty much what I'll be doing next time, is leading around the last few while they try and finish barricading. And I run from building to building, hoping there's not a zombie inside of it, and trying to gather more supplies. And hoping for a potion. Let's see. But yeah, anyway, I come back from Combat Session 4. Combat Session 1 was we had to deal with the Sentry. We come back from the Sentry. And we all get, and we're able to hide in the building. Then that ends, and zombies are summoned. Zombies are summoned. More people die. We end with everyone stabilized. Second, running around with our head chopped off trying to get health potions. It only lasted an hour because football. Got the health potions, got back to the people. Then tonight's was healing those people and running around trying to get more stuff while trying to barricade. Yes, next time will be the fourth session for the same encounter. Yeah, it'll be the fourth. But anyway, I get back from dinner and I find myself surrounded by 3 zombies blocking my exit from the window, and a zombie in the middle who apparently just woke up from bed. So the zombie behind me tries to attack me. It hits. It's rude. It's mean. I disengage and fly over the shoulder of the zombie in the middle and then through the window. And apparently the zombie's really just woke up. He was a bit groggy, so he wasn't able to get me. But yeah, and then our Girl Scout 10-year-old was able to revive the Dragonborn at the very end. So our Dragonborn, after 3 full sessions of not being able to play, will now be able to play. And I look forward to her reaction of waking up and finding herself stuffed into a cabinet. I really want that reaction, truly. That's what I need. But yeah, next time's good. Finally gets to play again. I know, right? To be fair, I would have brought him back earlier, but when we started, I was close to the rogue and the sorcerer, and it would take over an entire turn for me to walk down to the cabinet. And like at that, I was like, "There's 10 zombies outside. We gotta barricade as fast as possible." Like I don't have the movement to go and do that, and then like it's just not feasible. But it's okay. Her surrogate daughter, the 10-year-old, how you pulled a hitman and shoved a body in a closet to avoid detection. I rolled a nat 20, so like I was like, we're taking the cabinet with us wherever we go. The nat 20 for stealth, and it was like. It also helps that the Dragonborn isn't inherently magical, so they don't feel like the magic. But yeah, so next time I'll be running around trying to finish getting a new backpack to the Dragonborn. That'll be so funny, actually. That'll be so funny. But she already has a 40-pound anvil. What's a cabinet backpack? Like, come on. Why not? But yeah, after the stress, everyone is alive again. We are not on our own. And I'm still outrunning zombies. I have now been hit and I'm down to 10 health. But I have speed, and I'm going to run through and try and get as many resources as possible while they finish barricading. And then we can have a long rest, heal up, hopefully level up. I feel like after 4 sessions, we should definitely level up. I feel like we deserve it after we survive this. But we'll see. We'll find that out next Friday. But yeah, 4 sessions of running. More than likely earned it. I feel like I have. At the very least, Stabitha as a person has put their life on the line to revive party members. So like she has had such character growth. Like she went from being like, I'm gonna threaten you if you don't give me what I want, to freaking fine, I just revived your stupid butts and I'm not gonna freaking let you die again because I don't have any more damn potions. Growth. Look, once you earn her loyalty, you're pretty good. And you can earn her loyalty pretty easily just by helping her with the tote collection, to be honest. She doesn't require much. From actively hostile to begrudgingly helpful is honestly the best way to put it. That is honestly the best way to put it. I love that. But yeah. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's pretty much a summary of what's happened the entire D&D campaign up and so far. My voice is giving out a little bit. Tomorrow we will be doing New Vegas, and we're going to go murder some sexists, is the plan. And then Sunday we will be finishing New Vegas. It'll probably be at about 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And I will see you guys again